Hi guys, I wanted to jump on today and film a quick video that I've had this idea of doing this video for a while. Just wanted to go through like I've pulled different art supplies from around my studio, and I wanted to go through and share just my favorite brands because there are a lot of different brands. Now, keep in mind, I have not tried every brand that's out there, but I just wanted to kind of share what I have tried and what I like. And that way, if you're looking at buying a specific kind of paint or ink or something like that, maybe this will help you just get some recommendations. So I think probably the easiest thing to start with is paint. So I think I have 4 different paints pulled, but as far as like affordable paint options and like craft paint options, the Ceramcoat is my favorite. I've tried also like the cheap Walmart brand. I think it's Apple Barrel or something like that. And I've also tried the Folk Art paints. Folk Art does have a really cool color range, but these are my favorites. This is one of my favorite colors too, the Midnight Blue. Also, they have like a North Sea, but like I wanted to just show you, I've had these paints for about the same amount of time, and like you can kind of see in the lid, like this one is not dried up, it's not like clumped up or anything. The Ceramcoat, I've probably actually had the this one longer, but like I don't know if it's this color, but like the Folk Art has already started to get like kind of dried up looking, like you can see. And like I said, I'm pretty sure I've had this one longer, either about the same time or longer. But this brand just seems to last longer for me. Like it just doesn't dry up and get clumpy. So craft paint, a Ceramcoat is my favorite. And then acrylic paint, just the basic acrylic and the heavy body acrylic. I don't think this is a surprise to anybody in the art worlds, but Liquitex is my favorite. They are just great color choices, great quality of paint. They have a like pretty decent shelf life, although these acrylic paints don't last very long in my studio, so I go through them quite a bit. So I haven't ever kept them for a very, very long time, but Liquitex has always been just an OG, like really solid brand when it comes to just acrylic paint. Now, oil paint, I don't have a ton of experience with. I have 2 brands of oil paint. The like Master's Touch, which is a Hobby Lobby brand, but this brand, the Rowney oil paint, I do like. I'm not an oil painter. I don't paint with oils exclusively, but this has been a good brand for me and it's affordable, so that's kind of why I went with it. I'm sure that there are better oil paints out there, so don't like 100% say, oh, I'm definitely going to go buy this one. There's a brand, I'm not sure if it's pronounced Charvin, I think. I'm not really sure. I'll put it on the screen, that I've heard really good things about, but I haven't bought any of those, so that's kind of my limited knowledge about oil paint. Watercolors, the only watercolors I use anymore are Daniel Smith. These I bought like already in the half pans. The color options with Daniel Smith are just incredible, and they've just been worth the money to me. I don't reach for watercolors typically, but with Daniel Smith I do. I think it's worth the colors are just beautiful, and they blend beautifully. They have like ones that have pigment that you can kind of like play with, the like pigment doesn't fully dissolve, and so you can get this beautiful effects. But yeah, so Daniel Smith is all I use. I actually threw out my old watercolors. They were kind of dried up and gross. I had like some koi watercolors. I just got rid of those. I gave them away because I don't use anything but Daniel Smith. It's my favorite when it comes to watercolor. So let's see, ink I think is the next. I don't use a ton of different ink. I use like basic India ink, but this ink right here, it's the Rowney Acrylic Artist ink. It's kind of gross because I had another bottle explode on me. But this color, the Payne's Gray, there's the color, the Payne's Gray color is my absolute favorite ink in the whole world when doing mixed media. I reach for this pretty much just basically because of the color. This is completely gone. Like, it's been completely used up. I need to buy another one, but I don't know. This Payne's Gray, you can get like blue, grayish blue hues. It's just, I just love it. I love this color. So, and that's the Rowney FW Acrylic Artist ink. When it comes to like pencils, maybe I'll do pastels first since these are in the bottom. Pastels, my favorite soft pastels are the Unison brand of pastels. I am obsessed with these soft pastels. They are what I use pretty much exclusively when it comes to soft pastels. The colors are amazing, but the way that they just melt with water is incredible. I just love the way that they melt with water and the pigment kind of flakes and you can see and move some of the pigment. I use these a lot in my work. I was trying to get like, you can even move them around with a silicone tool and just get these like pretty flakes of color in there. I just love these. The Unison soft pastels are definitely my favorite over any other kind of Conte crown or anything like that. These just go above and beyond in my opinion. As far as oil pastels, I've tried cheaper oil pastels and then I splurged and bought these, and I am not sure how you pronounce that name. I think it's Sennelier, because I believe it's French, but these are more expensive, definitely a higher price point, but so much better quality than anything else that I have tried. They are smooth and buttery, and the color options are amazing. You can blend them out super well. I mean, look at that color. Like, the color is just crazy amazing. But just the creaminess of these is just, and the way you can smudge and move, I think it's worth the money. Like, honestly, compared to all the other cheap oil pastels that I've tried, it's worth the money to go ahead and splurge on this brand if you're gonna try oil pastels. The colored pencil, I don't use colored pencil very often at all, but I don't think it's any surprise that the Prismacolor is my favorite brand. Prismacolor, I think, kind of has a unique monopoly on the market when it comes to colored pencil. You can just, they almost have like this butteriness to them that is just almost like, with the blending, how you can blend them. I don't have very many. I was gonna try to see, but they layer kind of on one another and blend, and like I said, there's like this buttery, almost oily feeling to them, and they're just really, really nice. So Prismacolor, Definitely my favorite brand as far as colored pencils go. The graphite category, I do really like these. I'm not sure if it's pronounced Lyra or Lyra graphites. I like the size of them and just being able to hold them and use them. Let me get another scrap here, but I just like the size of them. They're really nice. The shape is nice, and of course they are water soluble and blend down a lot. So I like this if I'm doing larger work, and as you can see, like, it's pretty pigmented. I don't know if I can even read what the color is on this one. This is a 9B, so it's pretty dark, but yeah, they're great as far as water soluble graphite goes. As far as pencils, this is by far my favorite. The Derwent Sketching Water Soluble Pencils. This is the medium wash. They come, I bought them in like a pack with like a light wash, medium wash, dark wash, but these are a little bit more expensive than just like the Generals brand or the Hobby Lobby brand. Well worth the extra money. I for a long time used I think it's called the Sketch and Wash, because this is what I prefer to use when I'm out traveling, is water soluble graphite with just a little bit of watercolor. I used the Generals brand for a long time and then invested the money in this, and the difference is night and day. Like, you can completely blend out the line in this, and I love it. I think these are worth the little bit of extra money over the cheaper brand for sure. Charcoal, the only charcoal I really use much of is the Peel and Sketch, which is by General, and it's pretty affordable. And as far as charcoal, it's nice, it's dark, it gets the effect that you want. And the thing I like about this is the portability of it. I mean, you can see you can get a lot of gradient with that, but I'm not sure if that's focusing at all. But the portability of this is what's so nice. Like, you can just throw this in your bag. I do have a little tin of like other charcoal sticks and willow charcoals and stuff that I bring, but it's always so messy to travel with or to take. This is so easy. Portability of this is so nice, and you just peel it down whenever you need more. This, I don't even know what other brand you could compare this to, but the Stabilo Marks All, I don't think it's focusing. It doesn't want to focus. Focus, camera, focus. Okay, it's the Stabilo Marks All, and it is kind of in a category of its own. Like I said, I don't even know any other brand besides Stabilo that this could compare to. I'm just going to put, I just want to show you, I'm going to put the tiniest little bit on this paper. And the amount of black ink-like color that comes out of this little pencil, it gets so dark, and you can get such a dark line without very much at all. So it's amazing. I love it. I use this with gesso a lot in a lot of my work. I just really like this. It's really nice. You can get a lot of gradient, a lot of like shadowy goodness effect with just this and some white paint or some gesso. Like, though I have painted whole pieces with nothing but, I was gonna show you, maybe I can show you a piece, but this one is on a piece of glass. But this I painted, this is nothing but gesso and Stabilo. That's it. That's all that is. All the shades, everything is just a little tiny dab of white paint and this Stabilo. And you can get all those different gradients, which is awesome. The only other thing I could think of that was kind of art related that might be a little more universal is the Liquitex Varnish. Gloss, specifically Varnish, is what I use exclusively now. I've used a couple other different brands. I just like this. It's very consistent. It's very easy to use. So if you're looking for a good varnish, I recommend this one. Definitely this over the spray varnish. The only time I use the spray anymore is if I have like pastel that I need to fix into place before I go over it with the varnish. So the spray, I used it for a long time. I thought it was really good because of the convenience of it, and then I used this and I was like, oh, there's a reason that that I probably shouldn't be going for convenience. So that's pretty much all that I have. If you have any questions about any supplies, just let me know. But I hope this was helpful, and if you're in the market for some new supplies, these are definitely brands that I recommend and that I use quite often. Again, these are just my opinions and what I've used. There's lots of different brands I haven't used yet, but these are pretty tried and true and solid for me. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.